The ancients did not see manifestation as magic. They saw it as alignment, a natural law as reliable as gravity, governed by the silent architecture of the cosmos. What was forgotten over time is not the power itself, but the precision required to wield it. Modern minds chase quick fixes, affirmations without feeling, visions without belief, desires without discipline. But the ancient texts remind us, the universe responds not to scattered wishes, but to focused resonance. When your thoughts are clear, your emotions are aligned, and your vibrations are anchored. You don't chase reality. Reality begins to chase you. Perhaps this is why the Emerald Tablet spoke of miracles, why the Vedas sang of cosmic order, and why the Egyptian priests guarded their rituals with sacred secrecy. The forgotten science was never about manifesting objects. It was about manifesting states of being. And from those states, all things naturally unfold. So, I leave you with this. What are you resonating with right now? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Or is it the quiet certainty that the life you seek is already yours? The choice is yours, and it always has been. If this awakens something within you, I invite you to explore more, question deeper, and remember, the ancient wisdom was never lost. It was simply waiting for you to remember. The ancients believed that the universe responds not to words alone, but to the vibration beneath them. It is not what you say, it is the energy with which you say it. This is why countless people recite affirmations daily, yet their lives remain unchanged. They chant abundance while vibrating in lack. They speak love while radiating fear. The universe mirrors your true frequency, not your chosen phrases. The Emerald Tablet, a cornerstone of Hermetic wisdom, declares, as above, so below, as within, so without. It is not a poetic riddle, it is a precise formula. If your inner world is fragmented, your outer world cannot cohere. But here's where the forgotten science takes a deeper turn. The ancient texts hint at the power of sacred geometry, patterns that align thought with the blueprint of the cosmos. Manifestation, they believed, is not random, it is geometric. Certain symbols, visualizations, and vibrational tones were used to lock the mind onto the frequencies of creation. Modern science now brushes against this ancient idea. Quantum physics suggests that reality behaves differently when observed, that intention can collapse possibilities into a singular outcome. But the ancients were already operating here. They simply used a different language. Yet, one crucial technique remains hidden, safeguarded across traditions. A method that brings thought, emotion, and vibration into perfect resonance. And it is this technique that we are about to uncover. The technique I'm about to reveal is known in fragments across ancient traditions. But when fully understood, it becomes a precise tool, a manifestation ritual that harmonizes thought, emotion, and vibration into one singular creative force. It is called the resonance lock. The resonance lock isn't about repeating empty affirmations or visualizing for hours. It's about entering a state where your mind, your body, and the energy around you vibrate as if the manifestation has already occurred. Here's how you do it. 1. The thought. First, you must crystallize the exact outcome you seek. The ancients believed that vague desires dissolve into the ether. Your intention must be sharp, like etching a symbol into stone. 2. The emotion. Next, you must generate the feeling now of what it would be like to already possess it. This is not daydreaming, it is summoning gratitude, relief, and joy as a present, living experience. The body must believe it is already here. 3. The frequency anchor. Finally, you introduce a sound, a mantra, a frequency, even a specific breath pattern to anchor the vibration. Ancient Egyptians used sacred tones. Vedic masters used bija mantras. Modern science points to resonant frequencies like 528 Hz. The key is to repeat this sound while holding the thought and the feeling simultaneously. When these three align, the clear thought, the living emotion, and the vibrational anchor, you enter the resonance lock. In this state, the mind no longer asks, the mind knows. And it is this knowing that the universe cannot ignore. But beware, if doubt seeps in, the lock shatters. Consistency is the silent architect of manifestation. At the heart of the ancient science of manifestation is a truth both terrifying and liberating. Your thoughts do not simply influence your life, they are your life. The ancients saw thought not as a private internal process, but as a creative force that instantly begins weaving reality the moment it is conceived. The Hermetic masters taught that the mind is like a seed. What you plant, consciously or unconsciously, will inevitably take root in the fertile soil of existence. But here's where modern interpretations miss the mark. Desire alone is powerless. Ancient sages warned that raw desire, when unrefined, breeds only more longing. The true engine of manifestation is focused will, aligned with universal law, propelled by emotional resonance. Imagine the universe as a vast, vibrating field. Your thoughts send ripples through this field. But unless those ripples are coherent, unless they vibrate in harmony with the frequencies of what you seek, they dissolve into nothingness. This is why scattered thoughts manifest nothing but scattered results. The ancients knew that the key was not simply to think, but to think with unwavering precision, like tuning a sacred instrument. But what does it mean to think in harmony with the universe? The answer begins to unfold as we look deeper into the hidden mechanics behind these ancient teachings. Long before manifestation became a buzzword, ancient civilizations understood it as a sacred science, a delicate dance between thought, vibration, and the unseen fabric of reality. The Egyptians believed in Heka, the divine power of the spoken word. They didn't see words as mere sounds, but as living frequencies capable of reshaping the material world. To speak was to create, to name was to command. In the Vedic texts of ancient India, mantras were not simply chants for meditation. They were considered sonic codes that could unlock higher planes of existence. The Rig Veda spoke of the primordial sound Om as the vibration from which all of creation emerged. The Hermetic philosophers of Alexandria taught that the mind is the all is mind, the universe is mental. They believed that reality itself was a projection of consciousness, and to master the mind was to master the cosmos. But over centuries, as empires rose and fell, this sacred knowledge was fragmented, misinterpreted, or deliberately hidden. What remains today is a diluted version, stripped of its depth, severed from its roots. Yet the ancient texts still whisper, if we know how to listen. What if I told you that everything you've ever been taught about manifestation is incomplete? That buried beneath centuries of watered-down affirmations and wishful thinking lies a forgotten science. One so potent, so precise, that ancient civilizations guarded it like sacred fire. This isn't the manifestation you've seen on vision boards or heard in pop psychology. This is the lost language of the universe, etched into crumbling papyrus, whispered in forbidden temples, and hidden within texts most have never read. For thousands of years, mystics, alchemists, and sages across Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Vedic India spoke of forces that don't just shape reality, but command it. Forces that, if understood, could bend the threads of existence itself. In this journey, we will unravel the esoteric codes of manifestation as revealed in ancient wisdom, beyond superstition, beyond blind faith. We will explore sacred principles forgotten by modern minds, and by the end, I will reveal a powerful technique, perhaps the purest form of manifestation, that has remained obscured for centuries. But first, we must return to the beginning, where science, spirit, and the spoken word were one.